My nose is a little plugged up. It's this combination of sulfides and pollen. The pollen count is outrageous. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm super excited. I wanted to also give a shout out to Dave and the Sonoma State team. The food here has been awesome, especially those cookies. I've had several dozen. I'm a little bit ramped up on sugar. Please forgive me, but I'm really honored to be here with some of my favorite people that I've ever met. Two great students and a great colleague, and I'll introduce them. We'll talk a little bit about the programs that we've been part of and the connectivity, and then you guys will feel free to chime in if you have questions to these students or Josh from this program. Feel free, and maybe we can come around with a mic. So just raise your hand and let us know if you want to ask a question, all right? So on my left, this is Desi Casanova. She's 17 years old, and she's a recent graduate of Helensview High School in Portland, Oregon, and she's been dual enrolled in Portland Community College while she's been a student at Helensview. We're going to hear more about her stories soon, why she went to an alternative high school and what she's up to in the future, but she will be a therapist after she gets her bachelor's degree. Desi Casanova. And in the middle is the wonderful Crevencia Lamage. I've been having the great privilege of working with Crevencia for 7 years now. To me, it seemed like 1 year. To her, it seemed like an eternity. But it's been an amazing transition for her. She's currently a student at Portland's Community College, dual enrolled at Portland State, working on her bachelor's degree. She's going to earn a master's of social work from PSU, and she's traveled around the world with Carpe Mundi. We'll hear about that awesome program soon. And she works full-time at Kaiser Hospital in Portland. Give it up for Crevencia Lamage. My buddy Josh Laurie, he and I go back 21 years. To me, it seemed like 40 years. This guy's impossible, but I love him. He's like a brother to me. We went to grad school together, learned how to teach. He was better at that. We both served at New Avenues for Youth. We worked there 10 years. We've worked with homeless youth for the last 20 years, on and off together. And so Josh is the manager of Portland Community College's Future Connect, and he'll explain more about what Future Connect does. And both of these students are part of Future Connect. So we want to really open it up for you guys and let you know about a lot of the great community service learning projects that these guys are part of, travel abroad programs, and then the bridge to college from alternative high schools to PSU, to Portland Community College. I thought I would first off to recognize my team. Are you out there? Alternative Pathways Trio. Thank you guys. We're part of a very unique program. We're not at a college or university. We're at the Multnomah Education Service District in Portland, Oregon. And if you've had a hard time explaining what Trio is, telling people how the differences of upward bound are not like outward bound, like Philip was talking about. If you have to explain that talent search is not like star search from the 1990s, then try explaining what the MESD does. It's tough, but what we do is we have alternative high school programs. We have hospital nurses, and we educate all the incarcerated students pretty much in the state of Oregon. Through our MESD. We also run the outdoor school. So those are some of the programs that we have. And we have our TRIO program. So our hope is to share some stories with you guys today, program info, so that you can learn about it, create your own programs, get involved with these community organizations, and to give students these opportunities. Like, is Dr. Quintero still here? Thank you. We want to, I loved your comments about the transformational learning, and I think that's really what the heart of what these guys are going to talk about. So without further ado, I'm going to attempt to interview these guys. Feel free to help me out. But I thought I'd ask, because a lot of folks, we only serve alternative high schools. So we are in, my small team and I actually serve 9 different alternative high schools in Portland. And that's a lot for Talent Search, but each of the schools are only about 100 to 150 students big. So anyway, I thought I'd ask, and feel free to chime in, either of you, but maybe Desi, what made you enroll in an alternative high school?
Well, what made me enroll in alternative high school, I was going to it's like a generic regular high school for my freshman year, and it was just not working for me at all. You know, I was falling behind in the classes. It was really accessible for me to skip class and come back when I wanted to, and it just wasn't a very good environment for me at the time in my life. And then I had a friend introduce me to Helensview High School and tell me about all the different programs that they had there and all the different, you know, kinds of extracurricular activities that we had and just how wonderful of a school it was. So I thought about it some and I was like, you know what, maybe I should give it a shot. You know, if I want to try and further my education, maybe this is the way to go. So that's exactly what I did, and it's worked wonders for me personally. You know, alternative high schools, they get a lot of baggage, you know, because of the students that supposedly go to those high schools, but they're really wonderful places actually, and you know, I endorse my school every opportunity that I get.
And Kervencia, what made you want to go from the mainstream school to an alternative high school?
So originally I started high school in Washington, and I had a very promising future at my school in Washington. I was a peer mediator, I was in class council, and believe it or not, I actually loved going to school. But I was also living with my single father who was having a rough time providing for us, and so he decided to have the family move into his girlfriend's house that was in Portland. And for me, the transition was really hard because I ended up transitioning in the middle of the school year where like all the sports and activities had already started. It was really hard to make friends, and so after 5 high schools, I decided to drop out. And my father kicked me out of the house because I wasn't getting along with a girlfriend. And so I got a job at McDonald's, and for me, that was it. I thought I was balling. I was working at McDonald's and, you know, making a little bit of money, trying to keep myself afloat. And then one of my girlfriends told me about the alternative program at Alliance High School at Benson, which is a program for teen parents and students who are like me, who were working and trying to keep themselves afloat. And Alliance High School was a great program, mostly because the classrooms were smaller. Like I went to to the regular high school where there were like 30 students per 1 teacher. And so like I wasn't able to make that connection, that one-on-one connection that's needed at times for students. And so the alternative high school provided that for me. And it was like coming to school, but to family, because at the time I didn't really have that much family. So not only are they invested in your future and wanting you to succeed, they are invested in every aspect of your life. And there were days where I didn't feel like going to school, but best believe, like, the school called me and was like, hey, where are you? Like, you need to be in school. So, like, they just stayed on top of me. And at the time, that is what I needed. And that is why I'm here today.